Hi, friends. So I'm here to do some stuff for Art and Bloom for you. I'm going to read a story and then talk about the artwork and just what you need to know to put everything in. Uh, did I say my name? I'm Serena. If you don't know me, my daughter Tessa is sometimes with me. She's not here today. So here's the story. The rain fell all morning. It splattered on the pond and splashed on Farfalina's leaf. She found a dry spot and ate it. Hey, said a little voice, you're eating my umbrella. Farfalina peered over the edge. A small gray bird was huddled underneath. Farfalina liked his soft feathers and his gentle eyes. I'm Farfalina, she said, and she slid down to the ground. My name is Marcel, said the bird. He liked Farfalina's smile and her pretty colors. The rain turned to drizzle and Farfalina wanted to play. I'll hide and you find me, she said. Marcel agreed. Farfalina hid under a fern close to the ground because she knew that Marcel couldn't climb. Now I'll hide, said Marcel when he found her. And he hid right behind the tree because he knew that Farfalina moved slowly. I can take you for a ride on the pond, said Marcel. Farfalina inched her way up to Marcel's back. You tickle, said Marcel, and he slipped into the water. Farfalina giggled. There's so much to see, she said. Farfalina and Marcel played together every day. They liked the same games, and they liked each other. But one day, Farfalina was not herself. I'm not sick, she told Marcel. I'm just a little uncomfortable. I need to climb up onto a branch and rest for a while. I'll wait for you, Marcel called up as Farfalina made her way up the tree. Marcel watched until Farfalina was completely out of sight. Then he settled himself in the grass and waited. Night came and then morning, but Farfalina didn't come down. Marcel called to her, but she didn't answer. He was very worried and terribly lonely. Weeks went by. The afternoons grew longer and warmer, and Marcel went to the pond. He was growing, and when he looked at his reflection in the water, he hardly recognized himself. He went back to the tree every day to look for Farfalina, but she was never there, and after a while he gave up. At the top of the tree, Farfalina was snuggled in a blanket of glossy silk. She was growing too. The sky was blue and clear the morning she was ready to come out and open her beautiful new wings. She had no idea how long she had been up in the tree, and she floated down to find Marcel. I'll just wait, said Farfalina when she didn't see him, and she sat on a flower. Night came and then morning, but Marcel wasn't there. Farfalina was tired and confused. She fluttered around a bit and went to the pond. The pond was glassy smooth except for the ripples made by a large, handsome goose who was swimming in solitary circles. Farfalina shivered with disappointment. She went to the pond every day to look for the small gray bird named Marcel, but he never came. One morning, the goose stopped his silent rounds and spoke to her. You must like it here, he said. Farfalina fluttered a little bit. I've been waiting for a friend, she said sadly, but I don't think he'll come. Marcel liked her smile and her brilliant colors. I know how you feel, he said. I lost a friend too. She just vanished into thin air. Farfalina liked his sleek feathers and his gentle eyes. A ride around the pond might cheer you up, Marcel said. Farfalina thought it would, and she settled herself on Marcel's back. It's funny, Marcel said, but I feel as though I've known you a long time. I was just thinking the same thing, said Farfalina. My name is Farfalina. What's yours? Marcel stopped suddenly. He beat the water with his strong wings. When he swam, then he swam round and round and round. It's me, Farfallina, he shouted. It's me, Marcel. Is that really you? It is, Farfallina shouted back. They looked at each other and laughed. By evening, they had explained everything, and they fell asleep smiling at the stars. Farfallina and Marcel spent the rest of the summer playing just as they had before. Marcel was careful not to fly too fast because he knew that Farfallina couldn't keep up. Farfallina didn't hide in the flowers because she knew that Marcel would never find her. And when the leaves on the trees around the pond turned red and gold, they decided to go south together. So I picked this story for a few reasons. If you remember from my Wonder Box, or if you weren't there, I'll talk about it a little bit. The theme for this year's Art in Bloom is becoming. And I picked this story because both Farfallina and Marcel sort of become different from what they were before. So Farfallina goes from being a caterpillar to a butterfly. She becomes a butterfly. And Marcel, even though he's a goose the whole time, he becomes very different on the outside, even though he's the same on his inside. He goes from being gray, fluffy feathers to he becomes what we like normally see when we see a goose, the like kind of brown, not so fluffy. So I picked it for that reason, but also because we're doing Art in Bloom to kind of welcome us home to church again, and we might see some friends from church that we haven't seen in a long time, and maybe we won't recognize them, or it'll be a little awkward to see them. And so there's that element to this book where they don't recognize each other right away. And they know that they still really enjoy each other's company and they want to be together. And then when they realize that it's their friend from before, they still really have a good time together. So there's a lot going on that I thought really worked with what we're trying to do here. So I hope that this story helps you kind of understand what becoming means, and that even though things change, they can still kind of be the same. Like they change on the outside, but still the same on the inside. Or that we can come back to things that are still the same, even if maybe we don't remember them the same way. And so what you're going to be asked to do for Art in Bloom is make a piece of artwork, and you can use whatever you want. Pencil, paint, glitter, glue, you can cut something, whatever you want. So I did some paint and glitter for mine, and it's supposed to be a seed becoming a flower. So this is the seed in the ground and it's kind of poking out, and I covered it in glitter just to make it a little bit more fabulous. And then what you should do is ask a parent if you are a little bit younger, or you can do it yourself if you are really, really, really good at it, if you have all your letters just right, to write your name and your age on the back of it. Then you need your parents' help for this. Parents, we need you to help. Sorry. You're going to stand with your picture and have your parent take your picture. Cheese, like this, okay? Then have your parent take a picture of just your picture, and you're going to email them to me. My email address is sbtLillie@gmail.com before April 25th. Also, you need to have your parent drop the artwork off, if possible, at church before April 25th. There's a bin outside the, the side doors that we go in, sort of near the classrooms and stuff in the office. So not the front doors to the sanctuary, but the other doors kind of on the side. And parents, if you want to be a floral designer, you can get in touch with Kathy Healy. Her email is in the weekly email from that we get from church with like all the events going on. Oh, and when you send your email to me with the attachments, if possible, try to let me know sort of what you were thinking about when you made the art or what inspired you, or something special about your artwork, because if the floral designer who's going to take your artwork and make a floral arrangement with it, it would help them kind of understand where you were coming from with yours to interpret it into their floral design. And then we can all sign up to safely come into the church on May 15th to see your artwork paired with the floral design. I hope this is helpful. I'm so glad that you are choosing to do Art in Bloom. It's really exciting. I can't wait to see what you create, and email me if you have any questions. Thanks, friends. We'll see you soon. Bye.